How far did you get?
Like literally halfway, I think.
Like you stopped at halfway time wise, or you were you doing?
It's like an hour and a half left. So maybe a little bit more than halfway.
So, do you know what part it is?
Honestly, I started getting tired. It was late. It was after I watched I watched Godzilla versus Superman versus versus King Kong, and then after that I was like, all right, let me catch Justice League
So
on the
you
way out,
started it late, okay?
because I'm on the way out of HBO Max. Unless someone could find another show or movie or something, I'm on the way out. So that's because I did, it served its purpose. What else is there to watch? I've seen The Fresh Prince. I've seen all that.
HBO Max, there's really not that much that I watch.
Right, exactly.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
No,
And you have
nope,
no interest in that?
not at all. It's too
Why not?
gargoyle-y with the with the Dragon Slayer and unhand thee and sire and
Gargoyles.
king thee, knight thee, and all that. It's too much. Yeah, it's too much.
Why? Why is it too much? Why can't
I
you?
can't
Why
do
can't
all
you?
the.
Why can't you just
I don't
roll
know. I
with it
can't do
and
the
just watch
mystical
it?
king, thou king knight thee. Like I can't do all that. I don't know. I can do it.
It's got to be
I don't know.
modern day.
No,
It has
no.
to be modern
I
day.
mean, no. It's too mystical. It's too like I can't. I don't know. I can't, and I'm not talking like back that. What's his name?
Yes,
Danger, get on the floor. I'm not talking about that mystical. I'm talking about it's too I don't know. It's too much clanking of metal going around.
everybody's real noisy. Everybody walks around real
Yeah,
noisy.
they're wearing literal dresses of metal. It's too much, man. I watched what was the last like Hero of Thou Knights that I saw. I think I watched the I think I watched one of the Lord of the Rings, and it was the same vibe. And it was like, dang,
No, 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 no,
no,
no. Lord of the Rings is.
dragons, slayers.
They both have that. They both have dragons and
Yeah,
gargoyles and ogres and
yeah,
ghouls.
yeah.
But
The one eye. Every single one has a one-eyed like
a one-eyed
enemy,
person.
and he's like all dumb with like a clubhouse. He's like the history of man. They've never defeated him. It's like
Big one-eyed dumbass in a cave,
yeah,
alone on on an island.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
you're
I
not
know a lot of people
wrong. You're
liked
not
it though.
wrong. You're not wrong.
A lot of people liked it. I don't know.
I liked it. I loved
It
it.
just
I thought it
didn't
was
look
great.
appealing to me. Like the visual, like that's what one of the things. If it's not like something that I know of, it's got to look visually appealing. And then like if everyone's like, "Oh, it's good," I'm just, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in that show that you would
Yeah,
you would
I,
not be
I'm not saying
interested
I
in.
won't. it's something's got to happen where I'm like, I got a lot of time, and I'm like, you know what? Let's click play on this.
Right.
That's what happened with Breaking Bad. I watched
So
that
wait, hold.
way
Did you
later.
watch Gladiator?
Yeah, yep, I watched that with
So
what's his
Gladiator.
name? Russell Crowe.
How art thou Gladiator?
Yeah, yeah,
Doth
that might have been.
is it different?
I don't know. It's only what 2 hours?
Yeah,
Not
I
a
guess
whole
it's not as
series.
mystical either.
Yeah, yeah,
There's less gargoyles.
yeah. Another one was, I guess you could put them in the same. Is that the same? Would you say that's the same type of? No, I'm not talking about that. That's not like knights in shining armor and all that. It's not that. That's a total different thing, right? That's like Roman Empire, like um
Yeah, I mean, it's a different age,
the
but
the Colosseum, all that type of stuff. That's a total different
yes. Okay, so it's the
vibe,
time period. So it's the
I guess. I
it's
guess.
the it's the knights just clanging around everywhere.
Yeah, it's too much. It's like my sire, my king. I don't know. I just am not with it. I don't know why. Other stuff like the gladiator thing is kind of close. I get what you're saying, but I don't know. And then you have the like people opening, unleash the gate, and then there's like people putting down the gate. It's I don't know.
The way that we describe the aviation industry at work is we have this theme that we call tar heads. So
Mm,
like the pilots, the guys who fly the planes, we like to joke that they're the knights. Like the knights have their horses, that they ride into battle and stuff. And then we're the tarhead guys who
the
when there's a
drawbridge guys
the
in the background.
guys that have to rush the castle and then they pour hot tar on their head on their from the top of
Yeah,
the castle walls.
yeah, yeah.
So like that's how we identify with it.
I got you. All right. So I could see the connection there. Then I see why you're interested in it. But for me, I don't know. I just
Yeah, that's how we envision ourselves.
hey, I know it did. I know it was a good. I mean, it was critically acclaimed or whatever. A lot of people liked it, but I don't know. It just never appealed to me.
Fair enough. I know a lot of people listen did not like it. She
Yeah,
tried. She watched it.
yeah. She
But
told me.
it's yeah,
She told
it's
me
too
you forced her.
gargoyly. Yeah. I did. I definitely did. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's too much for some people. But
Hey.
all right, this is another episode of Live from Ox City, and it was hot this week.
I knew you were about to say that. It's a small talk.
It was hot.
Small talk champ.
I had to make small talk for the first time in a long time today, actually,
Man,
because I
you're a
haven't.
better
Because
man than me.
I had to though. I had to because
Okay.
I was getting my car smog checked, and I couldn't go anywhere. Like we're sitting there waiting. But luckily, the guy was cool. He was a football fan. He was a Charger fan. So like we were just talking about. He was a season ticket holder, and he was talking about the stadium. So it wasn't bad. But usually small talk is like when it's like that. Like it's hot. It's trash. So you're
I
welcome for
remember.
letting you know it was hot.
Yeah, I remember the first time I moved to another state, and I was like, "Hey, how often do you have to get a smog check out here?" And they're like, "What's that?" I'm like, "What's what? Smog or a smog check? Like both?" I'm like,
Oh
oh
wait.
shoot, okay. Yeah, I am definitely in another state because they don't have those regulations in other states.
See, I didn't even know that.
Right. And that's why I thought I'd say it for small talk purposes.
Yeah, I didn't know that. California's got some real special rules.
Yeah. How much do you think those smog check places are making? Like a year? You think they're doing crazy money or they're just kind of staying afloat?
I mean, I guess once you pay for all the tools and stuff, then you're just paying to keep the lights on. Like
Because it seems easy for them to do it.
there's not that much equipment, or like
Right.
because he just hooked a thing up to the car and just
Uh,
like he's taking a reading of it.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
they do
I
other
wonder.
stuff too. In
Yeah, a lot of
like
times.
so since they add that to other services, they probably make good money off it then.
I wonder. I always wonder about for things like that having a salesperson, how what it would look like, where they're like trying to upsell you like crazy, like if you were to walk into like a car dealership, but maybe like a flower shop or like just a basic store where they're like going hard on sales. I always
Oh,
wonder what it would be like. Man, you're wasting your potential, kid.
I kind of had something like that recently when um, I got the oil changed on this truck, and as I'm sitting there getting the oil changed, the guys that are working there were kind of selling the products. They're like, and they were coming back to the window every 30 seconds, holding up a bottle of something. You know, this is to clean out your, whatever. It only
They
costs
come
this
back with a
much money.
Gatorade bottle. You want to buy a Gatorade also?
They came and they brought me water. It was like a
Dang.
sales experience,
Yeah.
and it was super awkward. It's weird because
Can't go
like
in
there's
there.
people walking all around and they're eye level, but there's also somebody underneath the car, because
Oh.
they have
Oh
that
yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah. Yeah.
So like there's somebody down below and they'll be talking to you and like they're underneath the car.
Yeah.
So that's kind of weird.
Were you scared?
No.
Okay. I know because you don't like roller coasters, so I thought you might have this.
Going through the oil change thing is
Yeah.
like
I don't
I
know.
can
I'm just
handle that.
okay. All right.
But no, I do not like roller coasters and I won't
Right.
like roller coasters. So
Well,
don't force me.
dang, no one's forcing you to do anything.
No, everybody
Uh,
everybody wants to force you to go on a roller coaster cuz you have to like it.
do you feel like they're forcing you, or are people just like, "Hey, let's go on a roller coaster," and you're like, "Stop forcing me." Which one is
Maybe
it? Okay.
maybe it's a little of
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, that's I'm just wondering because it could be that. Did you
Well, I'm
go
not
on
going.
one recently?
No, and
Or
I
what
don't
was the
plan on it.
what was the most recent one that you ever went on?
Roller
Like,
coaster?
yeah.
It would probably be a Disneyland one, maybe. What's Space Mountain? See,
It,
like that kind of thing. See, like I
but
can
that's
do
like
that,
yeah,
but
that's
but
not
I don't see. But
I
why
wouldn't
is it not a
consider
roller
that
coaster? Because you don't feel
because
like you're gonna die.
no, because I think it's you're not really going that fast at all.
You are
I
going
think
fast.
really I mean, I don't remember Space Mountain that much. I remember it was broken down the last time I went.
See, and I don't like that either.
I'm saying, what was another roller coaster that was a little bit faster than that?
that we're hitting the top of the.
That was your okay.
That's the top of the
That's your Mount
threshold
Rushmore.
there.
Got you. Okay. Yeah.
Because I've never gone to. I don't think I've gone to Six Flags. Well, I've been to Hurricane Harbor, but even Hurricane Harbor, like the one that's super high up and it's just a straight down drop. There's nothing from keeping you from just
Superman.
flying off and turning
Wait,
into a
Hurricane. You said
slushy.
Oh, Hurricane Harbor. You said.
Yeah,
Oh, the big drop one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why would I
Nah,
do
that
that? Why would
one's
I?
safe.
Why would I do that?
Where you're in the tube. Oh wait. Oh, you're saying it's like the slide one.
Yeah, one where you just go straight down.
I don't remember that one. I don't know if I ever did that one.
It looks
There was
awful.
there was one where you like climb up for days, and then there's like you go in like a circle in a tube or whatever, and then you go down. But
Yeah,
I don't remember the straight down one.
they definitely had a straight down one, and
It's not straight down either, mind you, because
it
people would
is
just be
people
dead
know
on the
people know what
floor.
I'm talking about. People listener, I
Yeah, it's a
guarantee you,
slide that
listeners
goes
are gonna know
down
what I'm
at a
talking about.
slant. It's a
It's
slant.
it's a
not
slant, but
straight.
it's a very
Yeah, it's a
it's
steep slant.
almost straight.
No, because kids would just be flying off on the wrong direction and just up
That's
there.
how
Another
they
one bites the
started.
dust.
That's how it started, and then they had to change it.
You know
Have you seen
that?
that documentary on Netflix? Or not sure if it was Netflix, but it was about some amusement park on the East Coast that was like
Great Adventure?
super dangerous.
Oh, I don't know.
I
Maybe
can't
Great
remember what it
Adventure.
was called. It might
I
be the
know.
Great Adventure,
I know that one's a big
but it was
name one.
something that was. But the place was like notoriously dangerous. Like if high school kids were going and they invited some junior high kids to go with them, the parents of the junior high kids were like very skeptical and kind of like, oh well, be careful, just be careful, because kids would always go
Be
and
careful, cause you might die.
yeah, kids would die, people would
Yeah.
die, and get like paralyzed and stuff.
Uh, nah, I don't remember. I don't know. I've never seen that one. Um, did you see the
Would you go on
Netflix?
that roller coaster?
Which one?
At that place,
At Great Adventure, or the place where people are dying?
wherever that's yeah.
So see, I'm kind of with you now though. Like I don't really go on roller coasters anymore because, like, kind of researching and seeing like what's going on at some of these places, and how the people are inspecting them and the deaths per year and things like that. It's like, I'm cool. I've experienced roller coasters. I mean, I've gone to Six Flags like probably like 4 or 5 times and rode the
Yeah.
you know. So I've been on all of them, but I'm cool. You know, maybe if I have a kid, that might change, but
You'll go take them on a dangerous ride.
uh, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'll probably do some research or whatever, but yeah,
Just do it all virtually.
virtually.
By then they'll
Well,
have
that was
the Ready Player One thing. Like where you
yeah,
live in the video game.
right. Well, they have that, but what's that ride? The Star Wars one. That one's a virtual one.
The one where that used to be
Where
the
you're getting
Back to the
jerked
Future,
around. Pause.
right? It used to be Back to the
Yeah.
Future, right?
No, no,
You're
no.
sitting, you're in the car, and there's screens in front of you.
Yeah. There's both of them. There's a Back to the Future one too.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll do it like that. See, I'm
Yeah.
cool for that kind of roller coaster.
That's not a roller coaster. That's a simulator. Your roller coaster is like it's Small World. Just a tour.
I've been on Jurassic Park at
Yeah.
Universal Studios.
Yeah, it's a tour. Yeah, it's not a roller coaster.
Has a big drop though.
Not, it's not that big a drop. From what I
It's like,
remember, it wasn't that crazy.
yeah, that's fine. I really don't mind.
I wonder if they still do or if they're gonna continue doing the grad night. Remember that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I mean, who knows what they're going to be able to do with high schools now, or at
Yeah,
least in the next year or two.
yeah.
But that's a pretty crazy. I mean, to think back on what that was, like tons. I don't know how dozens of high schools would all have the grad night the same night.
There, the amount of buses in
Yeah.
that parking lot. I don't know how I got on the bus. I don't know. Remember how I got back and found it.
Can you imagine being like a chaperone that you had to go on that trip? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
like the
Trying
teachers.
to control the kids,
Oh yeah, that's the
get them
worst.
back on the bus. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah. No, I was gonna ask you. Did you ever see that uh, Netflix doc on the dude who was getting kids into college?
No, but I heard about it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's not.
Would you? No.
Huh?
You did you watch it?
Yeah. So it was just basically a dude who was he had these relationships with these colleges.
It was
Um.
mostly coaches, right?
Yeah. And
Right.
he was sneaking kids in, like rich kids, and for fees. He would make donations to the athletic programs and get them on as like a walk on, and they never were athletes or anything like that. And it was just like a whole scheme that he was running, and he was making a lot of money, and he had a whole orchestrated operation. It was crazy.
And he was doing it for a long time, right? Like
Yeah, I think
20,
so.
30 years,
Yeah,
something like
something
that.
like that. Yeah, something like that. And he actually used to be a basketball coach. That's how he kind of learned the system. A college basketball coach, and he kind of learned the system through the, doing that. And he was working with all these rich kids, and then it came out in the news that Lori Laughlin, the lady from Full House, like she was one of the parents, and there was some other people um, that
So
paid the dude.
so basically, what this guy was doing was he was a guy who would find families, or families would find him and let them know what school they want their kid to get into, and then he would find a way in somehow. So he would um, get him a scholarship, right? So get him a scholarship for the rowing team, for example, but they have no rowing experience. So he would somehow get him a scholarship, get him into the school that way, and then the kid would never even show up to practice, and then they just, you know, go about their, you know.
Yeah, basically. And then
And it was like, but it was all like obscure sports like that. It
yeah, it
was
was only the trash sports
the
pretty
trash
much.
sports, right, right.
Yeah, and but it was really good schools too. So there was like the least. It was like Stanford. It was like all these top notch schools, and some of their programs, although they're top, their football and basketball programs are bringing in a lot of money and making a lot of money. They also have their overhead, so their coaches' salaries and their apparel and all that extra stuff. And so some of these other smaller sports, and they don't really have a good budget like that. So like 100K or five 500K or 200K, that goes a long way for the smaller sports. And so that's how they were kind of getting them in.
And once I'm trying to think of who he. who he got into these schools because I think Maria Shriver. God, who
I don't know who that is.
is that? It's Arnold Schwarzenegger's wife.
Okay.
Maybe I'm thinking of her. I remember I saw her one time when I worked at uh, this place. I worked at Guitar Center in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
and she came in and I saw her and she looked like a skeleton, but I helped her with the guitar.
Mm.
I might be
Okay.
confused, but it was that Lori Laughlin lady, and then I was trying to
Yeah.
think of who else it was. Who was
There was some other people. There was like other people that were like CEOs, and I think there was a few other actors.
B-list actors, trash
I
actors,
wouldn't say B list. Just I don't really I'm not good with certain names of actors or actresses.
and then the only person that got in trouble for it, right, was the like the coach or something like that. Do you remember how it ended?
Yeah, yeah. So there was well all the parents involved got in trouble. Well, not all, but some of a lot of them did, and their
Didn't he set
sentences
him
were
up?
little, huh?
Didn't he set him up like they?
Yeah,
I think they got him on phone calls, right?
man, you know a lot for not watching. Yeah, he set them up. He basically rat on them. He basically 6'9".
and then
He's
they would just talk. I remember.
Oh
I
yeah, they
remember
were the worst. They're
they
just
just
like these
talk.
people have no, like I mean
Hey,
no
remember that
street
one time
smarts
we
at
did
all.
illegal stuff?
Yeah,
Can you
they're like
say exactly what the illegal stuff that we did was
yeah.
right
No,
now
first
on
of
the
all,
phone, please?
well, exactly. But first of all, the sense of street smarts. My God, they first of all they're on the phone with this guy saying the whole thing before he gets caught, whatever. So they're just on the phone like, well, if we do this and this and that, and they're just openly talking about it, right? But then he's basically telling them like, hey, they're auditing me. They're auditing me, and I'm gonna come to you and say no. He's like, I'm just gonna say you made a donation to our charity and da, da, da. So basically they're like already understanding that he's under audit, and they're still giving up all the information. It's like, wow, are you serious?
Have you ever made a bracket?
Uh,
I'm sure. I feel like we probably
yeah,
done
yeah,
brackets
I think so.
before. Have you ever won a bracket,
No,
a tournament bracket?
no, I don't think so. I've helped my aunt.
I don't think I have either.
I think I've helped my aunt do really well in a bracket. Like she called me a couple times to fill out the bracket. She'd be like, "Hey, between this two and between this and between," and just kind of give her the winner.
Were you watching it, or were you just picking teams like just because of what the name was?
No, I was watching it. That's why
I
she
mean, I
called
don't.
me.
I haven't been
No, this
watching
was years.
college
This was like years
basketball,
ago. This wasn't recent.
so you don't follow it like that now.
No, no. Like I said, I'll watch every once in a while. Um, I'll watch some games every once in a while, but other than that, nah. One
It
of my
doesn't.
goals is to be able to just chill and not and during basketball season just watch basketball and have like four TVs of basketball games, kind of chill and not have to work and
That's including
NCAA,
NCAA.
yeah, whatever it is, you know.
Okay.
Of course NBA because that's my of course the
So it's
Clippers.
that you don't have the time.
Yeah, to really focus and be like, okay, this team's good. I'm gonna see their next game, things like that.
Right.
Storylines, players, um, you know, who's transferred where, like stuff like that. Nah, I don't really
Yeah.
know too much.
Yeah,
I mean, I
I
know
don't follow
enough.
it like that either.
I know certain players. I know that. Um, I know some players that have transferred, so I know a little bit. But to the extent that I really like basketball, I'm not watching it to that extent. You know what I mean?
Right. But you used to know it.
Yeah, yeah. I used to follow it all the time. Basketball pro, college,
Do you
high
think
school.
you think kids follow it like that now?
Yeah, I think the ones who really love it, they know the players.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think even more so now because social media and all that, and
Right. Yeah, so they can kind of
access.
see.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you watched that the UCLA Gonzaga game then?
yeah. Really good game.
Yeah, it was a Final Four game. Went to overtime. Ended on a crazy half court shot.
Yeah, yeah. It was a lot going on in that game. Uh, but yeah, UCLA's got some good players. They got that kid from
The transfer.
they got that kid from Camarillo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Who's the? Is that
yeah,
Hawkes? That's what it was. Okay, yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's he was a big part of their team. I didn't realize he was. Like he was that active of a player for them.
yeah, yeah. He seems like he's gonna play pro. I don't know what level, but he's good.
How how tall is he? Could you tell? Looked
Probably
like
like
6'7", maybe.
yeah, he probably around 6'6", 6'7", around
Yeah,
there. But yeah, he has some game, and I like them. They play really good defense. They play really good defense, and shoot, Gonzaga was 30-0, number one seed overall, I think.
yeah. I think UCLA was the only not number one, right?
Mm,
Maybe not.
no,
Maybe it's just one and twos. I think,
yeah, I think yeah. I don't. Yeah,
but
UCLA was
UCLA was kind
way
of
out.
the
They were what, 11?
yeah, they're the anomaly. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Cause what was it? Houston. Houston was a 2 seed, and then Baylor was a 1.
I think so. This is March Madness now, and then with all the stuff kind of getting opened up again, then I think the NBA playoffs, will have fans,
Well, yeah. I mean,
like more fans,
yeah, cause some places have fans right now. Some
right?
places have fans, and then I know the Staples is opening up later this month to fans.
Yeah,
Um,
I wonder what capacity.
yeah, I don't know how that's gonna look. I know they called the Clipper, like I think I told you this, but they usually call me like in a regular year they call me just about tickets and stuff. And
Mm,
I'm okay. Let me. The sales people call me. The sales ticket per people call because I buy. I've
right.
got a lot of tickets from them, and they'll usually like call and try and get you on season tickets or whatever, or upcoming packs of games. But this time, I think it was like 2 or 3 months ago, they called and they were like, "Oh, will you feel safe if we open up? And what kind of things do you want to see? Like if we open up, what will make you feel safe?" They just kept asking questions like that. So that was
Mm,
like, okay, they're gonna do something. They're gonna open one. They're gonna open up soon, but then two, they're gonna kind of like
they're gonna have
there's
some
some
measures in
plan, yeah.
place.
So we'll see what that looks like. I know it'll be pretty
Yeah,
crazy for
yeah,
Staples to see the fans back. Um,
yeah. I mean, I was like, last year just looking forward to Lakers Clippers,
yeah, it
which
didn't happen.
yeah, But I mean,
It-
if there's the possibility of that happening with fans, you know,
yeah, should be interesting. Uh,
they both got to get there though.
yeah, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what that's gonna look like. I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
So the Clippers are going to get Boogie Cousins.
Yeah, that's what they've been saying. Signing him to a 10-day maybe. That
I thought he was with the Rockets, but they just
I
cut
have
him. Or
no clue what happened there, because it seemed like
that's not a good look if they just cut him.
yeah, no, not at all. It seemed like he was playing and playing pretty well with John Wall before Harden left.
But they just went on like a 20
And
game
then
losing
yeah,
streak.
and then when that happened, everything just went haywire. It just like it went down the drain.
That's a lot of games in a row to lose.
Yeah.
20 games in a row. Think about that. Like I mean, imagine losing 22K games in a row. Like you don't even care about that. Like or losing, you know, you play somebody in pool 20 times in a row. You lose 20 times in a
Yeah.
row.
Hey,
That's not
that
fun at
well
all.
that just shows that that's a team it seems like is checked out.
They didn't seem checked out
At
when they made those trades.
yeah.
They seemed like they were trying to prove something, like that they weren't just throwaway players. You know, that's what it looked like to
Right.
me when I would like they played hard and all that. But
Yeah, me too.
and they went on that 20 game losing streak.
Yeah, no, me too. That's I'd say the same thing. They look like they were trying to prove something. Like, oh, we're better than just James Harden. Nope.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, James Harden is like still
He's laughing right now. I know.
MVP. Like, and they gave him up for what?
Yeah, it's bad. But hey,
Houston is having some problems right now. The
Houston, we
city.
have a problem.
Yeah, because they got Harden and then they got Deshaun Watson in the NFL.
Yeah, what's going on with that? I was passing by like CNBC and CNN, and
Ah,
he was
yeah,
on.
he's on all of
I was
them.
like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, he's on all of
Yeah,
them.
some crazy allegations or people coming
Yeah,
forward and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. There's this. The line is still growing, but yeah. So Houston has got, and then, and then the Astros, the baseball team. The Astros were just getting booed. I think they were playing the A's, and the A's just started. I guess the fans started off the game just booing because of the cheating. Like
Oh,
the
wait, that was the last time that this is the
no. I
first.
guess they're still booing
Oh,
about
okay.
it.
Wait, so did they
So those
win
are
that year?
those are Houston sports teams right
Did
there.
they win that year? That they like cheat?
Yeah, they
Okay,
did.
so
They beat the Dodgers.
and did they strip the championship or no?
No.
Oh shoot.
So I mean they didn't take it
Yeah.
away. So the the hate is still gonna be there. As long as they still got that ring or that trophy, like people are still gonna hate
Man,
on
that's
them for
bad
that.
on baseball.
It's really bad on baseball.
That's another mark. That's that. Okay, so there's the juicing era, the steroids, and then
Yeah,
there's the Pete Rose bet
which
on
which
baseball
which
thing.
the steroid era did have its perks because
Yeah, no, first that was when I was watching.
it was like NBA Jam of
Yeah,
baseball.
yeah. And Sammy Sosa, it was
Black
still
Sammy Sosa.
black. Oh, well, he was Dominican, which I didn't know until I heard him talk. I'm like, oh shoot. and then or he was Dominican. I think he was Dominican. Pretty sure.
Dominican or Cuban?
I think Dominican. Um, Cancel me if it's not if it's
Yeah.
not the right one. Let's see, and then Ken Griffey
Yeah.
Jr.
So you said
era.
Kenny Griffey Jr.
No, I'm saying the era that was like popular. Alex
Oh yeah.
Rodriguez, sort of
But
Derek
but
Jeter
this
era,
whole
and then now this era is kind of
but
just
the cheating thing.
yeah the cheating
But I'm saying like the scandals,
right.
the baseball scandal eras. You know, like this cheating thing.
Scandal era.
The
The scandalous
you
baseball.
know
The
the
stealing of
PED
the
thing
stealing of Anderson .Paak album cover as the
to promote
yeah.
your
Did you see
thing.
that on ESPN thing?
Yeah,
It's,
they
they
stole it. Like
stole
no
the
shame
Oxnard
stole it.
album cover. If you go on like
Yeah, I
what
wonder
is it
how
on
that worked.
ESPN.com or ESPN's page or something?
It was on their IG.
Yeah, and it's like opening day baseball, and it's literally Anderson .Paak's album cover artwork.
Yeah,
But
just with baseball
yeah,
players instead of him on there.
I wonder what what's that about? Is it just the
Yeah, I
same
don't know.
guy who made that was just like, baseball's giving me $100,000. All right, let me do something.
Recycle,
Yeah,
reduce,
let me look in
reuse.
my archives.
I don't know. What like was it a play to like to get people to recognize it because it was the Oxnard album cover?
What does that have
I
anything
don't
to do with opening day of the MLB?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't it doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, baseball's getting better, I think. They're starting to finally let people have fun a little bit.
What does that mean?
The
All the players
players.
couldn't have fun playing baseball? What do you mean?
No, everybody would get mad if the players would have, like a player does a bat flip or
Oh, really?
celebrates or something in some way, then it becomes like some problem. The unwritten rules of baseball and all that bullshit.
Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't even know because I don't watch, but I know there's some
I
diehard
mean,
Dodger fans, in Southern California and baseball fans, period. So I get it, but for me, I don't know.
it's what it is it's taking like personality out of the sport.
Oh, well, what they're.
It's making it like it's you can't be like if you're demonstrative in any way, like you show emotion like that, you kind of wear your emotion on your sleeve like that. Baseball rejects that or has always kind of rejected that. Like like a batter has a big hit and then they kind of celebrate in some way, then it's retaliated against.
Uh,
If a pitcher gets a strikeout and they celebrate, then it's retaliated against.
yeah,
You know, like they're super sensitive.
yeah,
Baseball's always been sensitive.
yeah. I don't know the whole retaliation rules.
Okay, Michael Rappaport on Twitter. KD seemed deeply in his feelings with the NBA on TNT crew after the game. Damn it, he's super sensitive about everything. Don't do the interview. And then KD responds to that, like he responds to that quote and just says, "You a bitch." And then Michael Rappaport says, "Just do the fucking interview. And if you're upset about something they said, say something." Up there looking like you were gonna cry and shit. And then KD says, "I did the interview, you dickhead."
Like I could hear him about to cry
He's
saying
he's
that.
breaking down. Uh oh, he's a cryy face. Uh oh. Tell your baby daddy Chuck to be better at his job and frame his questions better. He gave me 2 options for that dumbass question. Yes or no. He's really upset.
Yeah.
He's really upset about that. Damn, this is where it starts to go off the rails. Yeah, this is where it starts to go weird. Kevin Durant. I heard it all before, you cunt. Chuck doesn't need you as security, you pale, pasty, cum-guzzling bitch.
Hilarious.
I swear I'm going to spit in your face when I see your dirty ass.
He gets into being the tough guy, and it's like not a good look.
Bet your life on it. Meet me on West 17th tomorrow at 10. Or better yet, what's your address? 10 a.m. at Catch Steak on the corner. Meet me there.
What?
Pussy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's and then Michael Rappaport gets weird. Go help the kids in Brownsville, Brooklyn, and stop being a fucking puss. Yeah, it keeps going for a while, but yeah, it's
Yeah, I thought it was an April Fool's joke. I really did. I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's April Fool's. Haha. And then it wasn't, because the next day it was all over First Take, and then they interviewed him after. He's like, no, yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Oh shit, you really did that? You said that?
Yeah, they're like, hey, we saw you had a thing with Michael Rappaport where you were saying like bad things, and he was like, oh no, yeah, sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Moving on to the next question. He tried to sweep it under the rug super fast.
Well, I mean, there's no. What else are you gonna say?
He had to have talked to his publicist or whoever media PR person. Like, all right, this is what you'll say. You know, this is what we got to do for damage control. And he's like, nah, I'm sorry anyone saw that. Bye.
Some of these messages, the DMs, there's like up to 10 messages from him in a row, unanswered.
No.
So he was just like mad, and he's just like,
no. It came out like he deleted those. He deleted his responses. Michael Rappaport, and then he's like, why did you delete the responses or something like that? And then he
so there's more. So there's more to the story.
Well, he deleted his Michael Rappaport deleted his responses, and he's just like, help the kids in Brownville and all this extra stuff. He's like, why you delete it? And they were just like, I'll hit you in your jaw and stuff like that. I don't know what exactly they said, but
oh wow.
But yeah.
So yeah, Michael Rappaport's kind of a bitch too, then.
Yeah, 100%. They were both wrong. They were both wrong. Michael Rappaport shouldn't have put that out. That's some Tekashi 6ix9ine stuff. Like, don't do all that. And then KD for going all like gangster KD, like 20 Crip KD, gangster Crip. Like, what, dude? You are not that dude.
Cry Ranchula.
Yeah, like it was weird. It was just I was hoping it was a April Fool's joke, but
he's starting.
Nope, it was just regular KD.
He's starting to like really fulfill this persona that he's created. You know.
Yeah, I hope he's good with money and like he does his thing, because broke KD and just doing okay KD is not a good look out here. If he doesn't have the NBA, you know, because he's had some off the Richter scale moments
It's
on
why is he
social.
so? He's so insecure for some reason. Like he gets so mad when people,
Hey, some
make fun of or whatever. It's like
yeah,
you're
some
one of the best players in the world. Why do you care so much?
I mean, people do go at the superstars, so he just kind of, I guess he takes all that in, and he just kind of, you know, that's the way he's handling it. I don't know. I feel like he needs a mentor who's been a superstar also. Like I don't know if he has that. You know how like Kobe had Jordan.
Yeah,
I
wasn't
feel like he.
LeBron? Well, I guess that they're probably.
Yeah, I thought, but they're kind of more rivals than
Yeah, yeah.
you know, because they competed multiple times against each other.
Who was it that a while ago got suspended? Was it Blake Griffin who got suspended because he like punched his friend in the face in a restaurant?
Blake Griffin is nuts. He punched the trainer or the fit or the person or the ball boy trainer dude. He punched him. He he's a weirdo. I remember he did you see that clip where he had the someone was heckling him behind him and he had the cup full of water
Yeah, and he threw it
and
behind him.
yeah, it was so petty. It was funny but very petty. He just puts his hands up and like he's looking up at the big screen, and as he's looking up kind of complaining about something, he puts both his hands up but with the cup in his hand lets the water fly out behind him
Right.
as he's
So
throwing
he
his
knows
hands
what
up.
he's doing.
He knows what he's doing, and it goes straight into someone's face who's heckling him, which is kind of
What?
funny, but it's just
Yeah,
come
I'm
on,
not
dude,
really
you're an
mad at
NBA
it, but
player.
like, yeah,
Yeah, the level
yeah.
level of petty is kind of legendary, but it was kind of, come on, dude, you're
Have I told you that Chris Paul story?
no,
The petty
I
Chris
don't know.
Paul about remember when he got into it with that ref? There was the female ref that he kind of like passed the ball. He threw the ball at her pretty hard after
Mm-hmm.
like he wanted a foul call,
Yeah, I think so.
and and then she teed him up for it,
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
and then it became like a whole big thing because in the press conference after the game he said something like if she can't handle it then maybe she's not cut out for this league or something like that, like he kind of came at her,
Mm.
um but my cousin who is a ref has, I guess, some kind of has who has been in contact with that ref who she knows her, and the the story is that every time she would go ref at Staples Center, in her dressing room there'd be a poop in the toilet when she got there.
Yeah, you definitely said that story, which I don't
Okay.
believe. I don't believe. Okay, first of all, first of all, you. Okay, before we get into this, this is your niche type of story. Like this is what you live for. My God, Jesus, this is like bulletin board material for you. Um, I don't think that. Who is he? What is he sending reinforcements to take a shit in her? And does she have her own toilet? Like, come on, that's a little deep. That's a little bit too
What?
much.
She probably has a dressing room.
A dressing room?
Where
She
else is
they
she gonna get ready? Was she gotta wear her
okay.
ref uniform on the plane?
No. Yeah, they have what? Yeah, they have a. I'm sure they have a room, right? Yeah, of course. But is that her Is it her toilet? Like, come on. And who is he sending? Is he sending like some
A
person who
rookie.
could poop on demand? Like, I don't understand that logic. Like, hey, like the text come in says it's just the emoji of shit, the poop emoji, and he's like, you know what to do. And then the guy like
Okay.
puts his hoodie on and trench coat, and he's like, all right. He's like, it's done. The job is done. Like, come on. That's not happening. That's not.
Okay, but do you put it past Chris Paul to be that petty?
Yes. Yes.
Do
I,
you
I
really?
I put it past him to do that. He on the court, on the he'll do some stuff. Yes. He's man, he's a jerk. He that's just part of his makeup. But he's a win. He that's how he gets. That's how he kind of operates, and he's competitive. Whatever. To hire someone or like conspire with someone to poop on demand in a specific reps. I I just don't. It's just a case of people aren't flushing at Staples Center. Relax. There's no conspiracy. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, what is, this isn't a conspiracy. You don't say, I don't know. It's, no, it's not happening. It's not like a,
I don't
no
put it past Chris
one
Paul to be
knows.
that. It would not surprise me that Chris Paul would do something like that.
Oh my God. All right. Do it.
I want to keep hope
Live
alive.
your life how
wanna,
you want.
Yeah. um. Fruit snacks. So I got my vaccine.
Yeah, where in Oxnard are people getting vaccines? Like, where'd you get yours?
So I got mine at CVS.
Okay.
At 5 Points.
Okay.
It wasn't bad. Well, I even got my gummies.
Yeah, this is the the content people want to hear.
Do you like gummies? um so I went to CVS at 5 Points to go get my vaccine. My first dose. And it wasn't bad. It was quick. I was in there for 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Um, all I had to bring was ID. Sat down, got my shot. The shot wasn't bad, but my arm got sore. It's been different for different people, but for the most part, for everybody I know, everybody's arm has gotten kind of sore. Like, but I just kind of kept moving mine, like moving my shoulder and kind of working it, so I wasn't just.
All right, so for the people who haven't got a vaccine, because I haven't got one, what what's the soreness like? Like after you work out, or kind of like a
Mm,
shot sore? Like,
it's kind of like if you got punched in the arm. I think
okay,
it's like that kind of sore. It's
and for
like a deep tissue kind of
okay,
sore.
almost like a bruise.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you call it
So,
more
but
of a bruise than like muscle fatigue type thing.
Yeah, probably more like a bruise.
And how
But
long did it take? I mean, how long did the whole thing take?
process.
Yeah.
It was like yeah, like 15 minutes.
Wow.
So
And
it I had to set up an appointment. And I got there like 5, 10 minutes before. Got in line. I didn't even, I didn't have to like wait till my appointment time. I just got in line and waited until they had an open spot. You get your shot, and then they ask you, if you feel like you're gonna faint or have some kind of reaction, because most people are driving away, so they don't want people to just drive away and pass out.
how long were you sore for after?
It was like 2 days, maybe. Like the second day was a little bit worse than the first, but after that, it wasn't bad. And then, so I have my second one scheduled already. That'll be good.
And are you a lizard now?
Not that I know of.
You
But
think people in Oxnard are taking the test? Like, do you think a lot of people are, most people are, or what do you think? What do you think is the consensus in Oxnard?
like, are people afraid of it? Is that
Yeah, do you think?
what you're thinking?
Yeah,
Or
do you
wondering?
think? Yeah, you think a lot of people are taking it? Like most people are taking it?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Um, Maybe even if they're not like, if people aren't afraid of it, people just want to get back to doing stuff again. So
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
saw something about traveling, and
yeah,
they're
that they're
gonna.
kind of saying like, yeah, you can go ahead and do it now.
Well, no, about like if you, what was it? Something about if you have the vaccine, you don't have to. You can travel without the rules or some. I don't know, some guidelines or something like that. I forgot what it was.
Mm.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, so we'll see what that evolves into. Hey, do you remember
Yeah.
when they were doing the Oxnard to Vegas little plane thing? Did you hear about those? They were
That was pretty recently, right?
yeah, I mean within the past couple years. I think there was a couple times where they had like Oxnard to Vegas. It was like 150 or something or $89 or something. I forgot what the amount was, but they were kind of making it like a thing, like go to Vegas from Oxnard.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
remember
okay.
that? Yeah, fly out of Oxnard to Vegas.
No, I don't really. Was that like in our adult lifetime?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they were doing that. But I always just kind of wondered what was that like?
I bet you it was
What was that?
expensive.
No, I don't think it was. I think it was cheap. I think it was very cheap. I think it was like I said, like $89 or something like
Wow.
that. $99 or $100, something like that. Like Oxnard to Vegas. I don't know if it was one way or whatever, but if that was what the price was, but I specifically remember them doing that, them advertising that. But what I was trying to say was, what were those flights like with the people that were going to Vegas? Was they were just like turning up? Was it soul plane?
I mean, you would like any plane going to Vegas would be at that point, right? Like you kind of figure that anybody who's going to Vegas is going to party.
I guess, yeah, that's true. I mean, but I just feel like, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was just very, very specific. Um, like Oxnard to Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It seems weird. I mean,
Seems like a party bus.
it does, especially for that price. It's like the same price as
Right,
a
right,
party bus.
right. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it being pretty low. But I was like, I don't know how safe this is.
Plus, if it was, you know, if it was back in the early '90s or something,
It was
then
2000s for sure.
oh, okay.
But
I was
why?
just
What
well,
about
if
it
it
early
was
night?
before, it was like pre 9/11, then that's when on the planes were like parties, like being able to go on a plane. People talk about the experience going on a plane pre 9/11 was totally different than after because you didn't have to like do all the crazy check your stuff and like it
I
wasn't
mean,
it wasn't stay in your seat or at all times and all the crazy.
I mean, it was a little bit more lax. People weren't like smoking weed and like playing dice in the middle of the aisles. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't
But
that
people were
crazy.
smoking though. I'm
Were
pretty
they
sure. I think so. Yeah.
smoking cigarettes on the plane?
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, I remember
Smoking
for sure that.
cigarettes and drinking. Like
Well,
and
you
just
drink now.
yeah,
You
you
can drink
drink now.
now on a
But
plane.
this was also back when it was like like they would only
For
staff
locos.
female like it would be only stewardesses, like
Mm.
and like the people would be like guys would get on planning to hit on the stewardess, like they'd just be smoking cigarettes and drinking and kind of like trying to like pick up on chicks.
Smoking, drinking, straight West Coasting. Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure it was a very different vibe,
I mean, I flew in an airplane before uh
but not
9/11,
as
and
an
it was
adult. Like you see all the little adult things when you're an adult. Like when you're a kid, you don't it doesn't mean anything to you.
yeah, yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it was I just don't remember. Yeah, you're right. I don't remember the nuances and everything, but yeah, it wasn't like he was like, "Hey, the gun aisle is here." Like the people who are toting guns, you go on this aisle. It
Yeah, I
wasn't
don't think you could take
it
guns on
wasn't
the plane back then.
Yeah, no, it was never. So I mean, it was a little bit more lax for sure, but
Did you hear about the Utah Jazz plane?
yeah, yeah, I did hear about that. Where they were like they ran into some seagulls or whatever, or
Yeah,
birds,
they
flock of
just they
birds.
hit some birds and like I think one of the engines sucked one in and then it lit on fire and I think they said for like 10, 15 minutes they were flying around and they were on fire, like texting their families, you know, thinking they were going to die.
Yeah, that's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Did I did I read that right? That they had to like emergency land or something?
They had to emergency land and then they got another plane to take them to finish the flight, take them to the game, and Donovan Mitchell didn't get back on.
What?
Yeah, because I guess he has like a serious fear of flying, and so he was
Oh,
like, "Nope, nope, not getting back on."
he did the tour bus thing.
No, he didn't go to the game.
So how do you get back?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
He's like, oh, so they're like, hey, we have this tugboat that can get you to your next destination.
I don't know how he got back, but he did not get on a plane. I assure you that.
I could just envision him with his own tour bus. He's like riding around the.
He's at the very back of it, or he's driving it,
He's it's him. Yeah, it's him and like Carl Malone driving the bus.
or
It's
driving
like,
like the Dumb and Dumber dog van.
yeah. What Yeah, so I'm weird. I didn't know about that part. I didn't know that Donovan Mitchell didn't get on the next flight.
Yeah, because I saw a video of him. I think when he was coming out in the draft, like he had a serious fear of flying then, and so he was like
Mm.
they're asking about it, like, oh, how are you gonna adjust to it, blah blah. And so, and then this happens,
Yeah, that's man, and they're number one, right?
Yeah,
I wonder if that has the implications on if they win the championship or not.
Yee. Crash and burn.
Man, I did not know that. I wonder if he flew after that.
I doubt it
That's
because they probably
so. What's he
I don't
gonna
know where
do?
they had to emergency land, but they probably didn't get too far.
I wonder what he's gonna do. He's gonna have to get on the plane.
I don't know.
He's gonna have to take something.
Yeah, he's gonna have to just take like a horse tranquilizer or something, and they'll have to stretcher him on.
Hypnosis, something.
Yeah.
Because you can't. What is he gonna? He can't ride his tour bus or whatever.
Get him a motorcycle like Dennis Rodman.
He'll play virtually.
Yeah, just put his hologram in the game.
Yeah.
He
Or
could
he'll
ride a
just
Segway to
he'll
games.
just teach someone else his moves and style. This is what I would do in this situation, and this is what I would do in this situation. Yeah, nah, he's man. That's. I saw Mike Conley. He was basically saying, "Yeah, it felt like we were gonna die and this and
Yeah,
that." I was like,
yeah,
"What?"
basically, yeah. Mike Conley was saying that. Mike Conley had a great game. Like he won the game for them. Like he played great, and he went back to because they went to Memphis, and so
Yeah.
he went home.
Oh, okay.
He played against Memphis. John Morant had like almost 40, but
That guy's unbelievable.
yeah,
I love watching him play.
he he has Westbrook moments.
Right.
You know,
He's a lot shorter, but he has that crazy athletic,
yeah.
like you said, Westbrook moments where it's like wow.
But I feel like he has a more he's he's more tempered. Like he's more calm than Westbrook.
Oh yeah, for
Like
sure.
Westbrook's
He's more.
always going 100 miles an
He's
hour.
yeah. He is a little bit more fluidity to his game, and where he can calm. He kind of yeah. You're right. Like you were saying, he's more mild mannered in his game and in his personality.
Yeah. So, but but it's crazy that the Jazz even went there and played that game and won. You know,
Right. Yeah, that's a big that's whoa, that is a big win.
like they continued. Like, oh, okay, get on the other plane and go fly there and do it again.
Yeah, up we almost died. Up, get another W. Yeah, that is pretty big. That's for mentally like to be able to just grind it out and without Donovan Mitchell after that and still. I mean, it is just once you get on the court, it's like familiar and everything, but you know, you got to focus.
Have you ever had a really scary plane ride?
I did have one where not it wasn't scary, but there was turbulence um for maybe like 5 minutes, and the lady next to me she screamed at the top of her lungs,
Oh
and
wow,
I just
really?
yeah, it was really weird because no one else did.
Oh,
Yeah, and I just looked at her like, "You good?" Like I get it, it's scary, but and then I just went back to sleep.
right. You ever have headphones on and somebody still tries to talk to you?
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure. On the plane or just period?
Yeah, like so I've been in my seat. I
Hmm.
have my laptop open, headphones on, doing something, and this lady next to me just talking. Like just starts talking.
Nah, no, I don't think so. Maybe it did, and I really couldn't hear them because
Yeah,
I
and you
didn't have
just
the
tuned it
headphones.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been like, well, to be fair, I didn't have anything on in the headphones. I wasn't playing any music. I just keep my headphones in so that nobody speaks to me.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people do that.
Yeah. So, but she still saw that I had those in, and she still like thought that whatever she wanted to talk about was more important than what I was doing. So she was asking me questions. What you working on? What are you reading?
Wow. And were you guys body to body, like shoulder to shoulder on the,
I think I
or
was in the
was it?
middle and she was on the right.
Oh, you were in the
Yeah.
middle?
Yeah.
I would never.
Yeah.
I can't do the middle
Yeah.
on a flight. I can't do it.
Yeah. It's rough.
Yeah, I bet. I can't do it. That's just no. Nope. I remember there was a there was one time I saw a clip of someone filming Adrian Broner the boxer, and he was just like in regular, he was just in the plane and like in the middle or something, or in a regular aisle, and they were like, "Man, you're struggling out here." They were just like filming him, like, "You're struggling, man."
What do you
Like,
mean
cause
struggling?
they think, well, they think that every person who's famous or a celebrity is always first class.
Oh, okay. So if you're in coach or whatever,
Yeah.
then you're
And
struggling.
it was just a real funny because he was smiling too. It was just funny.
Do you have you ever been like first class or business class, whatever?
No, no, but I plan to.
I
I
got
plan to
upgraded
because I
one
can't.
time. I got upgraded on a flight to Japan. So
Oh,
like
see, that's where you want to get upgraded
yeah, so I got
because
upgraded to business class, and I got up there, and I'd never done that before, and so they come around and they ask you like what if you need anything, whatever, and so they ask the lady comes up and she asked me if I want to order something, and then so I tried to order like whiskey or some kind of alcohol, and then she leaned in and she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. This is a food order." And I was very embarrassed. Like, oh, I'm a peasant. My bad. Sorry, I'm not used to being up here.
eh.
I'm a tarhead.
So what'd you order for food?
Um,
Did you order for food, or you said, "Oh, no, I'm just an alcoholic. Never mind, I don't want
no,
anything."
I definitely ordered food. I can't
Okay,
remember
what
what
did
I
you?
ordered, but I remember getting hungry later in the flight, and I asked the the lady. I can't remember. I know you're not supposed to call them stewardesses anymore. So, the flight attendant. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I asked her if there was anything to eat, like, and she said, "Oh yeah, we have some of this Korean short rib. I'll heat some up for you." And they're, and then she gave me this like Korean short rib with rice, and it was like restaurant quality. It was really good. Uh, and I
Okay, okay.
had some good wine with it. Like they what?
Damn,
Yeah, that's how it is up there.
damn you. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I had pillows. Like I was lying down. Like I was literally lying down in my chair.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best flight I've ever been on.
How long was the flight?
10 hours, I think.
Yeah, I see. Anything more than to Miami, I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need a one of those situations because I can't. Man, I can't. I can't just sit there next to the window or in the aisle and it's
Yeah.
nah.
And run the risk of sitting next to a weirdo.
Yep. Yeah. Just I don't want to have to push you off me when you fall asleep on my shoulder. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
do it, but I will.
Yeah.
You know, it's just for the sake of me, for the sake of the person next to me, you know. Um but yeah, that's definitely that sounds good. Sounds like you had a great
Yeah.
did you sleep most of the way after that wine? Because that's the ideal
Yeah.
situation. You
Yeah. I
get some
slept for a
food
while. Yeah.
and then wine. That's like
You,
the perfect combination of
you know,
falling
that's
asleep.
what it was, is that I got in there and I remember I had breakfast. So on the plane, like when we first started the flight, like they served us breakfast. But the flight was so long that we got, like a few meals. So that's why that's why at some point I had like Korean short rib and wine. It was amazing.
My favorite. I like to fly evening, like red eye or whatever they call it,
Yeah.
because it's late and they turn the cabin light off or whatever it's called, and and you could just get your sleep. Well, I can,
Right.
and I like doing those types of flights.
And it's more acceptable to be cranky like late at night like
I
that, so
mean,
nobody should be talking to each other.
oh, nobody should be talking to each other. No, it's just
Everybody just
most people are
avoid talking
sleeping.
to each other.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Most people are sleeping or whatever. I remember I flew to Chicago one time and it was one of those situations. Man, I was like, this is great.
Of just
This is
it being dark and everybody leaving each other
yeah,
alone.
everyone's just quiet and not and
Yeah.
just sleeping. I'm like, this is awesome. I'm like, thanks
Yeah.
guys. And then for some reason everyone just got upset at me.
Have you ever had to punch a baby in the face on an airplane?
Oh, let me think. No. No, 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 no.
Have you ever wanted to?
No, I remember I've definitely flown and there's been like kids behind with the like hitting the seat type of deal.
Yeah.
And it's like but other than that, no, nothing crazy.
Mm. Yeah. It's hard to, it's got to be difficult to travel with kids. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not easy, but if they're doing that, put them in the overhead storage, or put them in the bathroom, or put them up in the cockpit with the pilots.
I mean, it's cool on a short flight. Like I'd say if you're going for a short flight to Phoenix or short flight to Vegas or something like that.
Then you can
Where it's
tolerate a
like
few kicks.
yeah, everyone knows. All right, this is quick turnaround. So it's easier, and so yeah, for the kid thing. But when you're like getting into like 5, 6, 7 hour flights and more,
Yeah.
it starts getting to a thing where you're like, all right, let me lay down these rules here.
Let me set some boundaries.
Eh, yeah,
I
yeah,
think
cause you
airplanes should have like a sidecar, like, and
uh
they just stick them in there.
like the yeah like the little the motorcycles with the little side thing. Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
One of those. Yeah. I want that on an airplane.
I got you. Okay, okay. What happened?
I was looking to see if what other stuff there is.
Oh, I don't know what time we're at.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right.
So, today's lesson: if your kids are kicking the seat in front of you on a flight, correct it. Correct people in general. That's a statement that I'm making. I do that. I try to encourage myself to correct people because some people really need it.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone listening to the podcast, sharing it, and that have given us feedback. Shout out to Jasmine. Um, Last episode, she really gave us a lot of information, helped us out a lot. So if you haven't heard the last episode, we had Jasmine from
Teresa's
Teresa's income
tax.
tax come on and give a lot of game, give a lot of information on tax season and tax preparation, and yeah, appreciate everyone listening to the podcast. And any last words, Greg?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, you had to think about it. All right, cool. All right, well, this is another episode. We're out.